The top 5 royals who married commoners. In this video we'll be covering the top 5. Dear Victorians, welcome to another video. If you like what you see, I humbly request that you like and subscribe. Please do not forget to ring the bell icon as well. Let's get into this. Number 5. Kate Middleton and Prince William. These two lovebirds met in 2001. They were both attending the same university, the University of St Andrews. They started dating in 2003, and their relationship was tumultuous at times. However, that was largely due to the media presence. Kate Middleton only comes from a middle-class family, upper middle class, but still not the higher echelon of the usual royal elites. They broke up for a small stage because of the media attention. There was even bets being placed on them. However, they got through this, and in 2011 they married. A somewhat admirable story of a somewhat admirable commoner. However, some would say that she was truly middle class and can't be situated in this category. Hence the number 5 spot. Number 4. Prince Harry and the one, the only, our favourite narcissist, Meghan Markle. This makes the list because Meghan Markle, in my opinion, is a C-grade actor. She may get her hope now and become an A-grade actor through the woke connections she's made since meeting Prince Harry, the suspected reason the whole relationship began. However, nonetheless, she started off as a commoner. That's why she makes the list. These two, well, what's the word for it? Lovebirds? No. This prisoner and captor relationship began in 2016. Prince Harry met Meghan Markle, and she was reportedly asking to be set up with a famous Englishman. Hint, she wanted to be of a royal. So this was all part of her plan. And poor old Harry thought, well, it was true love. Nonetheless, Prince Harry from the United Kingdom and Meghan Markle from the United States met and they're together. In 2018 they were married, and they soon had a son, baby Archie. There is not much else to say about this. It is simply a very mediocre and basic quasi rags to riches story with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Number 3. Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III of Monaco. This one is a story for the ages. Grace Kelly, whose parents didn't want her to become an actor, and then who subsequently became world famous, only to give it all up again to become a princess. This will always be remembered. She, unlike some others, respected the office she was going into and the man she was marrying, and gave up her acting career to become the Princess of Monaco. She was looking like she was going to be in some more Alfred Hitchcock films, so her career was at its peak. But when she met Prince Rainier III, she fell in love with him. And the woman from the United States and the prince from the extremely small country of Monaco were in love. They got married and they had 3 children. Tragically, the story ends with Grace Kelly dying in a car crash in 1982. She was travelling on a highway near Monaco when she had a stroke and the car went off a hill. Her daughter was in it. Luckily she survived. However, Grace Kelly died of her injuries the next day. Prince Rainier went on to live many longer years, but he never married again, demonstrating his love for her. A story which will never be forgotten. The woman who became an actor only to give it all up to become a princess. Number 2. Hope Cook and Powden, the last king of Sikkim. This story is an interesting one, which is why it's on the list. Hope Cook was a socialite from New York. She tragically lost her mother at the young age of 25, her mum being 25. Hope was only 2 years old. Hope was born in 1940 and the mum died in 1942 in a plane crash. After graduating from university, Hope Cook went and travelled in the 50s and early 60s to the ancient kingdom of Sikkim. There she fell in love with the last king. Well, they didn't know at that stage. Powden. They shared a love because they also shared a lost childhood. They both had a similar situation in feeling left out of their childhood, not having the proper usual family. That's where the lovely part of the story ends. Soon the kingdom of Sikkim was no more. They married in 1962 at the age she was 22 and Powden was 36, and by 1975 the kingdom was annexed and absorbed into India, and so was the king gone. Some say this is why the relationship ended shortly after in 1980. It's worth noting though, they were both cheating on each other. He was cheating with a Belgian woman and she was cheating with an American. But what does the audience think? Was it just a marriage of mutual benefits? He wanted a young wife, she wanted to be a princess. Nonetheless, unfortunately he died 2 years later after the marriage was divorced. She still lives to this day in the United States with her children. She is no longer a citizen, however, only a permanent resident. Number 1. Princess Mary and, of course, Frederick, the Crown Prince of Denmark. This is the quintessential commoner marries a royal story, the modern version of it. All the others, while they start off as commoners, the people who met their future suitors had a bit of a nudge up from the rest of us. Not Mary. She was working as a sales director. She had been working in that game for quite a while in the advertising business. Then one night in 2000 in Sydney, she's Australian of course, she met the future King of Denmark, Frederick, the Crown Prince of Denmark. And he didn't introduce himself as what he was. She didn't know. So the romance began in the best of ways. She liked him for who he was. Soon after that, they started keeping in communication. He was making discreet visits. And then she finally moved to Denmark. And she studied Danish, and they married. And so far, they've lived happily ever after. You don't get more of a rags to riches commoner meets a royal than this. She has 4 children: Prince Christian, Princess Isabella, Prince Vincent, and Princess Josephine. By all accounts, it is a successful and happy marriage, and one people can only dream of. Meeting at a pub to someone you do not know is the future prince. Boy, did her life change. Dear Victorians, if you like this video, I humbly request that you like and subscribe. Please also do not forget to ring the bell icon. Thank you for watching and stay safe in these troublesome times.